All right, good morning. It is May 26th, and we're going to go look here at the S&P 500. We've got about 7 or so minutes until the market opens. So, a couple of things that you'll notice. This is just a 5 minute chart. So, the low yesterday, the 79 quarter, I pointed out in a review video yesterday that we had pointed this out as a demand area, and then it did actually react right out of that. So if you look right here in our map chat, there's a pretty decent demand area between 80, 75, and 70.5. So that would be hard to ignore if they try to push lower. And then that was yesterday at 8:55 in the morning. So then at the end of the day, where did they come down to here? 79 quarter right there, and that ended up holding. So what you'll see here is that in the overnight, they basically moved right up above the CP, then they held the CP. They came up here to this KP right here. It's that white dotted line. Now what you see, the highlighted areas, these are areas that I've marked off of different charts. So starting with a 4 hour, a 2 hour, I definitely am paying attention to different areas of supply and demand. And then what I'm doing is I'm trading those. I'm looking at, okay, so I have a supply and demand area up here, but I also have a KP right here. Notice I have no supply or demand right here, and so maybe I'm not going to take a short here when it comes up here, but when it comes up to here, okay, I might be more interested in a short up here, or another KP up here further into the supply area. I even have key turns up here in this supply area, which I knew this area was important yesterday as well. And just beyond that, I have this CP. So if I'm just using um, supply and demand, then what I'm missing is that, oh, there's a CP right here. And if I'm using prediction points, I mean, I might not recognize this area. I might be trying to short this, but recognizing this area is going to be important. So, having said that, you can see that they will need to come back up here and take this out. So let me point out a couple of things here that are going to be important. So this area, of course, would be like, if things were incredibly weak, this little pause right here, and then that would drop. But we're going to need to get back through a couple of things. There's like 96, and then there's this 97 to 99. They're going to need to take this out right here. And then would be really good to take out this right here, this 01 KP. And another really good sign if they could get up above this 03 area. I mean, this is 0350 right there. So obviously that's 04 quarter. So I'm not expecting, this is already almost kind of a triple top. I wouldn't expect that they'd come back up here and in the big picture hold like a quadruple top for a push lower. But could we rule it out entirely? No. And then what you can see is we have this 11. I marked this off yesterday, but these are actually a little bit different today. So up above 11, a couple of things to pay attention to would be this 17 quarter, and then we've had 22 forever, but it might be like today might be like 22 quarter. A probe through this 11 might get us to like this 12 quarter area. So just kind of keep an eye right here. Remember the high right here got to 1275. So just kind of keep an eye right there if they do just probe through the CP just a little bit. Then 22, and things really open up. There's 28. I mean, you can see things start to open up. So on the other side here, a couple of things to watch out for. So this is probably not the best supply or demand zone in the world, but it's what we have here. So there's nothing in between these prediction points forever, basically down to 69.50. So even below that, this 58.75, you can see where these are dark highlighted areas. So I'm really interested in this area, and then I'm really interested down here as well. If it comes down here for being a buyer for the big picture. But if this, okay, so it did break here. So if this ends up coming down, and the market's still not open, if this ends up coming down into this area, there's a potential that um, this could hold and we could get that push back up. But if they can't get back up above here, or back up above this area that we talked about, it's really possible they come down to here, even into the lower, whatever this 58.75 or around that area somewhere. This is 63.50 down to 59. So this is 58.75. So I wouldn't lose sleep over a tick there. But this area is real interesting for a reaction. So there could be some really good opportunities if they take out this 84.50. That should pretty much solidify it. So what we have is this little kind of, I mean, it's really right there. It's this little, 89.75 to 88.50. If they take that out, there's this, like, this little right here, and then right here to right there. And that's kind of like the last thing that's kind of holding things up here. So if they take that out, very likely they're going to come back down into at least to this area, and there's some room for that. So if they take it out, it'd be nice to see it come down, take it out, come back up, give us a nice opportunity to sell it for down lower into here. But if they hold this and we don't break this, then look for if they can break out up here. So kind of a range to start off. So range would be down 84.50 up to, let's just call it 03 area. So if they break out above 03, we're looking for a push higher. Of course, they need to get through all of this. So the range just gets a little bit wider for up to there. So they need to get through all of that. But if they break down below 84.50, that should get us back to, ultimately, easily could get back to this CP. Even this one would not be ruled out. So there you have it. We'll see, definitely looking for, are they going to get a reaction down into here? And then, so we'll just see how all that plays out. And of course, we'll just take what the market gives us as things go along. So hopefully that's helpful. We'll be back doing a review today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you can subscribe so you get notified when we go live here. And trade smart today. Take it one step at a time. Take what the market gives you. And I'll see you in the review later today.